stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Mortgage rates hit a record low, but if the banks aren't willing to make the loans, the low rates are irrelevant. Mortgage.
That's true. Unbelievable. You know, I'm so sick of hearing about this virus is the cause of the collapse in this market. This market started to collapse 5 years ago. We started to get all the different signs 5 years ago. In fact, if you go back and take the last 5 years, I've said this many times, nobody wanted to hear it. Because why? Because most people, when you tell them the truth, they can't handle it.
You can't handle the truth.
And when you tell the truth, and the market's going up, and everybody's happy, they're all partying, and you're telling the truth, like you're the spoiler. They want you out of the party. Oh, you're spoiling the party. Well, at least every party I was at, I was telling the truth. Now they know it's the truth. I mean, this is ridiculous. Please listen. Yes, we have a terrible virus on our hands, but we have more people dying today of drowning than this virus. Yes, it's scary. We have more people dying of cancer every day than this virus. This has been an excuse for the major companies and the major investors on Wall Street who for 10 years been screwing us. For 10 years. What have they been doing for 10 years? They've been borrowing money from the Federal Reserve at no cost. The very wealthy, the CEOs. For 10 years, after the 2008 crash, starting 2008, they started a deal where the Federal Reserve would print money, keep printing that money, and keep buying bonds to make sure they drove down the 10-year yield, so that would push down the regular bond rate, okay, which you and I are used to, the ones that we get that sets the interest rate on our cars, on our credit cards, on our snowmobile if we buy it on time, and they kept driving that down and driving it down so they could get it so low, near zero, they could give all that money to the CEOs. And who benefited from that? A very few people. $19 trillion in stock gains from 2009 to today. $19 trillion. 5% of the population split up that $19 trillion. That's right, just 5% of the population. Oh, by you 401k people, you're not going to get part of it. You know, it's funny. 401k people are getting killed right now. They can't do a thing. They're calling their brokers and managers, what do I do? What do I do, right? Can't do a thing because they locked you in. You can't protect yourself when the stock market's going down. I've always said this. How many times you have heard me say this on the show in the last 5 years? 401k people never get their money out. When you hear them say, oh, wow, like you heard Kudlow come on and say, wow, people with 401ks are making a fortune. Boy, they're making a fortune. What did I say? Really? They'll never see it. Between the theft of the fees, which is ridiculous, the fees. It's the biggest skimming operation in the world. 27 hidden fees, by the way, which means they take 33 to 35% of your money that you save for your retirement. That comes off the top for their fees. That's right, 35%. Isn't that amazing? So for the last 10 years, people in 401ks thought they were making money as the market went up, but they'll never get it because always they they got slaughtered in the dot-com. They didn't make any money, the 401ks. As the dot-com was going up, and people who shine shoes, taxi cab drivers, the guy who opened doors at hotels, they're all millionaires. Everybody was buying stock. Remember that? I had a friend who was in Hyannis. He wasn't really a friend. He called my show one day, and he was a barber, and he told me how he's only $25,000 away from making $1 million. He was a barber. I said, "You out of your mind?" He lost it all. He waited, and I said, "Look, sell it now, sell it now." And he thought I was crazy because this is different this time. I had a fellow in Tampa, Florida, who's a big builder. Tampa, Florida, one of the biggest. And a few years later, I was eating at a restaurant. He comes, "You Phil Grant?" I said, "Yeah, I'm Phil Grant." He says, "I got to thank you." He said, "I kept listening to you, and you're telling how the housing business is going to get crushed." And I didn't believe it. But then you kept making sense. And I'm in the business. He says, but mostly what I do is I buy builder stocks. I have a little company in building, but all my money is tied up in buildings. He says, I pulled all my money out 2 weeks before the market crashed. I would have lost $5 million. I mean, what's going on right now is crazy. The 401k people, you're not going to get your money. Because, see, the 401k should be set up. Number one, they stop stealing your fees. Should not be 22, 27 hidden fees. And you should be able to make money on the market going down. I've been saying this for years. You're lied to every day by these guys on Wall Street. They keep telling you, don't short stocks, you're going to get hurt. Don't short stocks, you're going to lose all your money. No, if you don't short stocks, you're going to lose all your money. I mean, doesn't that make sense? If you're in a 401k right now and the market's collapsing, we've had a 4,000 point drop in the last 12 trading days, something like that. You know what your 401ks, and you should have made money on the way down. My members did. Since Monday, remember, we switched our positions, and I had everybody out of the market. Last Friday, this time, I said, maybe you can get that cut for me. Last Friday at this time, I said to my members, look, every Friday we do what we call Profit-Taking Friday, because you never know what's going to happen on the weekend. But specifically now with this virus deal. So I emphasized it this time to them differently. I said, where it is, right? Okay. Here, I'll play it. It's Friday, Profit-Taking Friday. This is when we take profits going into the weekend. We don't like to keep a lot of stocks or a lot of shares on because you never know what happens over the weekend. And then I went on and talked to them about all the weird stuff that was going on. So they did. So all my members took their money off. I said, just leave a little money on your stocks, leave your positions open, but don't if take the majority off. Monday morning came. We woke up and the market was down 800 points. And it's interesting because in 1929, the same Monday, October, the same thing happened. Ford dropped, and nobody knew why. The Ford collapsed. And the same thing, we woke up and the market was down. So, but at least my gang was set up, not only were they out of the market, but they were set up to make money as the market was collapsing. What we did is we bought inverse stocks. In other words, instead of spiders, you buy SDS. So when the spiders are collapsing, SDS goes up, you're making money. Same with the small mid-cap stocks. IWM is the symbol. When IWM goes down, it's collapsing. We own RWM, so RWM's going up while IWM's going down. That's called an inverse. So they're fine, they're making money. But going back to what I said is that it makes me sick that they sit there and they're pinning this on the virus, and it has nothing to do with the virus. It's a bunch of crooks on Wall Street who 10 years ago financially engineered this market to rocket it up with money that was fake. We'll talk about that when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, so, now that this is occurring, this crash, remember we had a warning in October 2018. And I warned that in January of 2018 that was going to happen. I said we're going to 5% pullback probably in February, March. Then we just head towards the fall. I said we'll get a collapse, and I said I think it'll be probably December would probably be the worst month of that correction. It was. Then they came in, and there they go again, printing more money. See, people don't realize what the hell's going on in the last 10 years. They really don't. No idea. For 10 years, the CEOs have been borrowing money at near zero rates to push their stocks. Just keep popping them up. And remember, that money is fake money. And to push their own income up. This was 10 years, a rally, 460%. The two biggest rallies we had were 85%. This was 460%, all based on artificial money printing, called quantitative easing, big fancy word for financially engineering a stock market to screw the masses, called stock buybacks. And here's the real problem. These stocks that went up from $25 to $125, they're still only worth $25. That's called a bubble. That's a bubble. But this time when this bubble pops, which has started, we got a problem. Anybody in bonds are dead. The bond market has been warning us for 5 years this is coming. The bond market is your best friend next to the trend in the stock market. The bond market never lies to you. Larry Kudlow will lie to you. He always lied about the bond market. Don't pay attention to it because he never wanted you to see the truth. Bonds are a disaster right now. People don't even understand why. Here, listen to this. People don't even understand what they're talking about. Listen, right here.
Mortgage rates hit a record low, but if the banks aren't willing to make the loans, the low rates are irrelevant.
That's right.
Well, the bond market is rallying because the Fed has reacted to the seizure in the corporate bond market, which is not getting enough attention. I mean, the junk bond market widened out about the same as it did in the fourth quarter of 2018, and it's widening out massively again today.
So what they're saying is you own bonds, you're screwed, okay? That's what they're saying about the bond market. But most people don't understand the bond market. It's difficult to understand, really. But bonds are a disaster because think about this way here. In 2008, when the market crashed, the yield or interest on your bond was 3.98. So it used 4%. Today, with the beginning of this crash, the value, are you sitting down, is not 3.98. It's not even 3. It's not even 8. It's 0.66. It's not even 1%. So here's the problem. So let's take the 4% and let's take the 0.66. When you buy a bond, when you're going to buy that bond and it's at 4%, then what happens is that's your interest. That's the yield. That will drop. It'll drop. So you buy bonds, a whole bunch of bonds, and that goes on for 2 years, a year. And all of a sudden the yield drops. But when the yield drops, it goes from 4, I'm going to just exaggerate, from 4 down to 1%. But the value of your bond keeps going up. So now you're down from 4 to 3. Then you go for a couple of years from 3 down to 2. And again, you keep on pushing up the value of your bond. As long as there's enough of an interest that every time you buy a bond, even though those interest rates are going down, because when you buy, those yields go down, and the dollar, by the way, goes down, but the value keeps going up. So let's see where we are today. Now we start a new crash. See, they could stop the crash in 2008 because rates were at 4%. You got people going in and buying bonds. And as the yields go down, at least the value of your bond went up. We're starting at 0.66. We're not even at. It's just ridiculous. You understand what that means? And the bond market's truthful. It always tells you when bonds are going down, when bond yields are going down, bonds always tells you the future of the economy. And it's been telling us for the last 5 years this was coming. Oh, but they keep printing money, give it to their Wall Street, keep giving to Wall Street, keep giving to CEOs, keep pushing the stock market higher and higher until everybody's getting rich, when only very few people are getting rich. So now, how do you stop the crash? Because we're not starting at 4%, or let's do it this way here. We're not starting at 3.98, that's what it was. So drop the 3 off, we're not even at 9.8. We're at 6.6. So think about it. So we're not at 2008, we're at 3.98. And if you drop the 3 off, that'd be 9.8. We're not even there. We're at 6.6. So we can't go anywhere. We can't get any value out of the bonds. You go buy bonds today. We can't stop the market from crashing. Because you buy the bonds today. How far? You can't go. What's it going to go down to 0? We can't get any value out of our bonds. The bond market's imploding. It's exploding. They've screwed you. Every broker says, oh, be safe. Go. Everybody says, I just want to keep my principal. I just want to keep my principal. Get me in bonds. Get me in bonds. Well, good luck now. Good luck for the economy. And here's the other thing. The market went up on fake money printing. Do you know the debt that we have right now? There's $250 trillion out there in debt. No, they don't talk about that. They always talk about the national debt's $20 trillion. National debt's $20 trillion. Can you imagine that kind of debt out there? Wow. Today, did you see what they did with gold? Mnuchin and Powell's they're all upset. Because remember, the Federal Reserve sells dollars. They don't sell gold. And dollars collapsing because the yields have gone down so low, it pushes the dollar down. Well, the Fed sells dollars. But their product that they sell is getting less and less and less valuable. So what they did, Mnuchin picks up the phone, and he's trying to cut deals around the world to cut gold. Do you see gold dropped in about a half hour, how it dropped? That's what he was doing. More on that when we get back. But why don't you do this? Join my gang free for 10 days. 10 days. See if we can help you. And we can.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. The fastest drop in history, 3,000 points in 3 days. Wow. But we are right there with my color-coded chart. How many times did you say, listening to me, boy, he's negative. He's just a grumpy old man. And I kept telling you this would happen. And with my color-coded chart, it worked. Check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com, where you get the color-coded chart and you get my membership free for 10 days. And the best thing is this, that you can, without any work at all, at 2 o'clock, go to my site. We have a video posted of our portfolio stocks. Just select which one you want to follow. Every day, we tell you exactly what to do based on the color-coded chart. If you just follow those instructions to a T, then you're going to have the highest probability of being successful. Check it out, philsgang.com. Get it free for 10 days, the membership and the color-coded chart. See you on the chart. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Want to make profits in the stock market? philsgang.com is running its best promotion ever. For the holiday season, Phil's Gang is giving you the Working Investor Program free for 10 days. That's right. Get the Phil's Gang membership and the MV2 color-coded chart free for a 10-day trial. Go to philsgang.com and click on Get Started. Then choose the Working Investor Program for your 10-day free trial. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Phil's Gang Max Vest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Phil's Gang Max Vest 1000 stock charts seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Phil's Gang Max Vest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
How many times you said, I just wish I could find somebody. Just find somebody that's just, I don't want to go to class. I don't want to know anything. I don't want to learn anything. I just want to make some money. Where they tell me, okay, time to get in. But more important, time to get out. 75% of people lose money in the market because they're not getting out when they're supposed to get out. You folks in 401ks, you heard me say this for 2 years now. I said, you're not going to get out with your profit. The market's been going up. You're going to not get out because you're going to lose money. Because they never put you in a position to get you out before these crashes. And better, to shift your portfolio so you're making money as it goes down. If you remember, my members, I had them out last Friday before the Monday drop of 1,000 points. And then I had them set up so when the market started to drop, they had what we call inversions, where we've inverted stocks, where as the stock market goes down, they're making money because their stock is going up. One symbol is SDS, the other one is RWM. Both doing beautifully, they're going up, and every day the market goes down, they're making money. But we position them that way. Did your people position you that way? No. Tell you what, well, I'm for 10 days, join my gang, go to philsgang.com, and where it says Get Started, and then look where it says Working Investor Group, get that free for 10 days, which is my membership, which allows you to do everything on our site, all our classes, everything. Also allows you that for the first 10 days that you, every day at 2 o'clock, we post our portfolio, a video, and you select whatever stock or ETF you want. And then we post our video of that ETF and stock, and it tells you exactly what to do. It tells you what to do. You haven't got to learn anything, got to know anything. As long as your ears are working and you believe it and just do what we tell you to do. If it doesn't work, you'll know quickly, won't you? Matter of fact, I'm giving you 10 days free, so there's no risk. You'll know in 10 days if it works or not. But if you've been always saying, I just wish I could find somebody who just tell me the truth, just get me a stock, get me in, get me out, then I don't have to worry about it. But that's what we do. And I'm putting my money where my mouth is because I'm giving it to you for 10 days. The color-coded chart, the MV2 color-coded chart, and the membership. And by the way, I'm having on Saturday, March 21st, a very special webinar that we're going to talk about markets like this, how you short them, what is shorting, how you short markets, how you make money when they're going down. And stop listening to these people that keep telling you, Wall Street, oh, shorting is dangerous. No, it's dangerous if you don't short because the market keeps on going down and you're sitting there calling your broker, what should we do, what should we do? And he keeps telling you the same thing over and over. Oh, don't worry, everything's just fine. Don't worry. Enjoy life.
You're fine. You don't pay attention to the value of your house every day. Don't pay attention to your portfolio every day.
Then we got Kudlow coming in now. Remember Kudlow with this?
We can grow this economy at
4 to 5%. Now he's in here telling everybody, right? Oh, this is amazing. Now he's telling everybody.
And just look at these numbers today. Let's not forget. People are dissing it and they're saying, well, it's the least important number I've ever seen because it's the past. No, it's not. Economies are, dynamic. This shows you that fundamentally the economy is strong.
So he's talking about the job numbers of 273,000. Give me a break. They're the same lousy jobs every month. These are jobs that stink. These jobs pay $28,000 a year, the most $38,000 a year, and people are out borrowing money on credit cards because when they finish paying their bills with their lousy jobs, they don't have enough money, so they're using credit cards. 1.5 billion credit cards they're using. People are dying with credit card debt because they're not, the jobs they're giving us are lousy jobs. They stink. They're not high-paying jobs. So people are using their credit cards. And then when they got to pay back their credit cards, they're using 1.6 billion of them to supplement their lousy wages. They owe on credit cards 1.1 trillion. That's over, think about that, 1.1 trillion. If you add in the student loan and you add in the auto loans, that's 4 trillion. Now, that's not their consumer household debt, which is another 14 trillion on lousy jobs. Think about it. They have more credit card debt right now than at the height of 2008 financial crash. Student debt has rose 29 billion to 1.4 trillion as of today. This is crazy. This whole country is in debt, and that's why this market and why this day was coming. 250 trillion. 250 trillion in debt. We have a retirement crisis. Are you kidding? And he says how great these jobs were today. No, they weren't. See, here's where they screwed up. And it started with Baby Bush, and then it went to Obama. They should have taken the money. And especially when they started to do this QE, if they took those trillions of dollars instead of giving $5, $6, $10 trillion to the CEOs to buy their own shares so they enrich themselves, if they gave that money to the middle class, wages, so they could go start businesses, we'd be fine today. We'd be fine today. If that money, the same money they printed and gave to the CEOs to screw everybody while they're getting rich, if that money went to the middle class to help them start up businesses, that's where wages come from. The middle class is the foundation of our nation. The middle class business they create is the cornerstone of our nation. Because the more startup businesses, which remember is 82% of our good jobs, those wages go up quick. Because when you have a lot of startup businesses, everybody's competing for the same labor, and you got to keep raising the price of what you're going to pay somebody to grab them. So that's how wages go up, is this middle class starting businesses. That's how you drive wages in this country. But they took all the money away from the middle class, so there's no more business building. And they should have started this in 2010. And they said, no, we're going to keep taking the money, and we're going to give it to the CEOs. And then the CEOs did something worse. They said, you know what? We're getting all this money from the Federal Reserve free, and we're buying our own stock, pushing the market up, and nobody realizes we're losing money. Okay, it's a big trick. It's all fake. But, let's do this. Let's take the money that we set aside for business investment to buy new equipment, to increase productivity so our employees can get higher wages. Let's steal the money from wages, which is the same thing. So they stole all the money from the business investment account and took that money and they blended it in with the money they got from the Federal Reserve to only take care of themselves. That's it. Period. Are you kidding?
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
And that's it. So for 10 years, they're telling people, look at the stock market. Look how terrific we're doing. And underneath it was nothing but air in a bubble. And the poor souls are out there who are making 28, which, again, remember, 50% of the people in the United States make less than $38,000 a year. The reason they're using credit cards is to supplement their lousy income. These jobs are horrible jobs. Horrible jobs. Look, I can't change any of this. I can't change the student loans. I can't change the $250 trillion in debt. I can't change the budget deficits that are a trillion that's killing us. I can't change the. I told you, how many times did I tell you when they kept saying, "Oh, the economy's doing great. It's the greatest economy in the world." I said, "Wait, how could that be? Earnings are going down, and economic growth is going down." So why don't you do this? Why don't you just join my gang free for 10 days? Get your membership. Get your chart where it says go philsgang.com. Sign up where it says get started, and for 10 days, and see if I can help you. I'll put my money where my mouth is. I'll give it to you free. And you'll see what we do around here works. Now all you have to do is 2 o'clock in the afternoon, go get the video anytime in the afternoon and just follow the instruction. What's hard about that?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. How many times did you say, boy, he's negative about the stock market. He's just a grumpy old man. Well, it proved out I was correct. Myself and my chart, color-coded chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell. Hey, it's free for 10 days. Check it out. You get the color-coded chart and you get my membership. Both free for 10 days. This time, you're not going to be surprised when the market crashes. You will be positioned perfectly. Check it out, philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. How many times did you say, boy, he's negative about the stock market. He's just a grumpy old man. Well, it proved out I was correct. Myself and my chart, color-coded chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell. Hey, it's free for 10 days. Check it out. You get the color-coded chart and you get my membership. Both free for 10 days. This time, you're not going to be surprised when the market crashes. You will be positioned perfectly. Check it out, philsgang.com. When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. How many times did you say, boy, he's negative about the stock market? He's just a grumpy old man. Well, it proved out I was correct. Myself and my chart. Color-coded chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell. Hey, it's free for 10 days. Check it out. You get the color-coded chart, and you get my membership. Both free for 10 days. This time, you're not going to be surprised when the market crashes. You will be positioned perfectly. Check it out, philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month? philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Then go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. For February 19th to February, from February, was it February 19th? Yeah, February 19th to the 28th, we dropped 16%, about 4,000 points. 4,000 points. And that's how many days? 9 days, 4,000 points, almost 16%. And when they asked Kudlow, listen to this.
I think we're coming into the new year with a lot of positive momentum in the economy.
Oh, really? That was terrific. Yeah, a lot of positive, really positive.
Regional Federal Reserve banks have done their economic surveys around the country for the month of February. And what we find in these surveys is business remains solid.
Oh, yeah.
This reminds me of the crash in 2007 and 2008. Will you knock that one down?
This had nothing to do with the crash. Nothing to do with the crash.
Any similarities?
This is not a financial issue.
No, nothing to do with the crash. Nothing. It's not a financial issue. No. What the hell is it? How many days was it? 9 days. The stock market goes down 16%. 9 days. I predicted this in 2018. Exactly what's happening now. That this is the beginning of the crash due to China. And because China's economy is falling apart. That means the global equity markets are collapsing because of China. We knew this. Listen, I blamed it on China. I said this on the 16th of January, 2018. I want everybody to mark down this date, January 16th, today. That Phil Grandy said on this date, January 16th, this is the beginning of the stock market crash. The crash will be caused by China, the FANG stocks. There you go. So by China, and here we are. China's economy is tanking. tanking. So this crash has been coming due to China. China is everything. It keeps the whole global economy going. Remember, China, they build cities, but nobody lives in them. They build airports, no planes flying them. They just keep their people busy. They just keep their people busy trying to grow their economy. So what's happened when China has fallen apart? The global equity markets have collapsed. A record $9 trillion. But what does he say? What's he say about, nothing financial?
This reminds me of the crash in 2007 and 2008. Will you knock that one down?
This had nothing to do with the crash. Nothing to do with the crash.
No, nothing to do with the crash.
Coming out of the crash took years and years, Stu. Years and years. This is not the same. The time period here, my view at least, the view of our health experts, is months, not years.
Yeah, and this is the same guy who said this.
We could grow this economy at 4 or 5%.
And this is the guy who got fired from CNBC because he would never admit that the bond market, because you watch the bond market to look out in the future, see what's going to happen with the stock market. He always tell people, don't listen to the bond market. Don't listen to them. This is Goldilocks economy. Remember when the housing market started to crash? And for months he said, there's no crash. There's no crash. Unbelievable. Go ahead and play it.
When you say we haven't bottomed out, you're talking about stocks or rates?
Probably both. The bond market, as you noted, is at record lows now in terms of yields, although around the globe you have, I think, $13-14 trillion of negative yielding sovereign debt. So lots more being written about made the United States 10-year bond get close to zero.
Okay, so let me explain again. The bond market is so important, but these people never tell you that. You watch it like a hawk. I watch it every day for my members. They'll tell you that. I make my decisions on the bond market. I make my decisions on the yield curves. And I work on that all the time. So we're always ahead of whatever's coming. So, like I explained to you, the bond market is so important because in 2008 they could stop the crash because bond yields were at 3.98. So today, to make it simple, take the 3 off, we're just at 9.8. Really 66, but let's just use 9.8 so I can get my point across. So 2008 was 3.98. So that means we could go in and buy bonds, and then what would happen, the yield would drop. But the value of the bond go up. You keep going and buying bonds, the yield would drop. But you had a long way to go, okay? And it kept pushing the bond values up. We're starting not at 3.98 with this crash. We're starting at 9.8. Actually, it just dropped to 0.66. So if you're going to go and buy a bond today, we can't push the value of bonds up anymore. We're screwed. Oh, but he says it's nothing financial. Nothing financial. Are you kidding? The global equity markets have collapsed by a record of $9 trillion. That's 2/3 of China's GDP in just 9 days. While the 10-year bond is now the lowest in 120 years. Go ahead, buy your bonds. Call your broker. I want to be safe. I want to just hold on to my principal. How'd that work out for you? Gold. Mnuchin gets all upset today because he sees the dollar going down because the bond yields are going down. And gold's been outperforming every asset. Gold's been outperforming this year so far, 7.9% return on our gold. Government bonds, 3.8%. Junk bonds, 2.8%. U.S. dollar, not even, just barely 1%. Cash, 0.3%. High yielding bonds, not even 0.1 of 1%. How about global equities? Minus 4.8%. Commodities, minus 14.5% year to date. So if you go to year to date where all the assets are, where everybody puts their monies between the gold, government bonds, junk bonds, U.S. dollar, cash, hybrid bonds, global equities, you're screwed. The only thing that's performing is gold. So what does he do? Mnuchin and Powell get on the phone. They start trying to drive gold down today because, remember, they sell dollars. But it didn't work, did it? So I told my members today, let's take some of our gold, gold mining stocks, and let's take some profits going into the weekend because you don't know what these guys are going to do because our gold stocks have been doing beautiful. our AU, we're up, about a 10% return in that one. And so I don't want to take a chance over the weekend. So we pared back some of our shares to see what happens over the weekend, because Mnuchin is panicking right now. He sees the bond yields down to less than 1%. How's he going to stop the market crash when you can't go and buy bonds and move the yields and move bonds back up? And here's what they won't tell you. It's going to be different this time, because not only this time they're not going to be able to go in and buy bonds that drop the yield to push the value of bonds up to stop the crash. Instead of lowering interest rates this time in this crash, they can't lower interest rates. They're going to have to raise rates. See, nobody's going to tell you that either, are they? They're going to have to raise rates this time. See, everybody thinks, oh, we're going to be fine. It's going to be just like the last crash, 2008. They're going to lower rates to zero, and the market's going to go right back up. Oh, really? How are you going to lower rates to zero when you're starting out not at 3.98, but you're starting out at 9.8? What are you, stupid? That's amazing. It's amazing. People have no idea what's going on, but it's not their fault. I started to talk about the red flags how long ago? I kept talking about the industrial. I talked about the negative housing starts. I talked about the negative pending home sales. I talked about negative durable goods. I talked to blew my face on yield curves inverting. Are you kidding? I've told you the central banks injected a total of $128 billion into the stock market. That's fake money. But where did that money go? That went to the CEOs so they could buy their own stock to push the market up, which is now going to collapse. Imagine if they put that same $128 billion in starting in 2010 in small businesses. Wow, we'd be at a 5% GDP. It's always rigged against the little guy. Always is. Always is. Look, join my gang. And I know some of you have had to say, I just wish I could just find somebody where I can buy a stock. I don't have to do anything, but I'll know when to get out. I'll know when to get out. They're going to tell me when to get out. But better yet, I can make money as the market's going down. That's what I've been doing here for over 20 years now. Okay? So go to my site, free for 10 days, and you'll see it works. And all I ask, when you start making money, please remember St. Jude. All right, go sign up. I'll see you on the charts. It's free.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.